Hey there everybody, my name is Chris Orme and I want to walk you through the first game in the Premier League with Swansea for my FM20 save that we've done a couple of streams on Twitch. I finished off that season, I've made some changes to the squad, brief rundown of the first game and a few moves that we made. So without further ado, let's get into the action and let's see what y'all think of this. So, a fairly even game. At home to Newcastle, 11 to 12 shots, 8 each on target. We had one more off target, obviously. 4 to 2 in terms of clear-cut chances. They had possession, corners. We fouled quite a lot, and I think in general they played better. We just were better in the air. 8 yellow cards in the game, 5 to them, 3 to us. Average ratings, though, miles apart. And while Hayden played decently well for them, he kind of controlled the midfield a little bit and stopped us from getting forward. You can actually see quite a lot of the action kind of went in our favour. And in fact, our defensive midfielder, Toro, was almost as good as theirs. But apart from that factor, like, that was our worst player, that was their best player, pretty much. Like, that's kind of where the game kicks into craziness. So, if we take a look here at the games, like, it's kind of crazy, but we got Ryan Brewster coming down the left-hand side. I decided to extend his loan and James Gardner's loan, for the upcoming season. I wonder, can I actually turn this down a little bit? There we go. So you can see Brewster gets the ball back to Matty Grimes, takes a touch, lays it off, and on his debut, Maroney with an absolute belter. Let's go behind the goal. And again, you can see here, Ryan Brewster, who did absolute bits for us in the first season of the Championship, gets the ball across well. Grimes can't do too much, but what a hit that is from Maroney. Our new signing on his debut, 12 minutes into the game. What an absolute stunner. And then you can see here, building up from the back, we got McCrory. What a ball through that is. And who's that up front? You know it. Back at the club. A year away at Aston Villa. But Borja Baston. No one scores like Baston. And that's why on his re-debut, absolutely fantastic. And then on this side of the field, Bidwell lays it off here with Borja back to him. And again, immediately starts looking. What you can't see is the amazing run that Connor Roberts is making. Hits it first time. What a strike by the young Welsh left back. Left back to right back. Absolutely amazing hit. Absolutely adore that. And again, down this side of the field, Matty Grimes involved. You can see Bidwell is there in case he needs to go back to him. Defender does fairly well, but he gets the ball in. It's missed, and the other defender leaves it. Centre back there misses the ball. I mean, he's upset, and he should be upset. We take another look at that one. When this ball comes into the box, it doesn't look good for them. It really doesn't look good. This is why Newcastle may struggle today as I play on this game. Do you see that? Foyth actually goes for that ball and misses it. He's got away from his man. Brewster doesn't seem like he was interested in getting there. Borja was in the wrong position, really. He was too far forward. He was waiting for a ball to be played in the feet, maybe. I think that's what Brewster might have been gambling on. But he tries and he fails. And then it's all on Messina, who can't get there. His body shape's wrong. The keeper's left stranded. Poor Darlow there. Carl can't quite jump across. And it's a lovely finish in the back. So one game played, 4 goals for, 0 against. We are top of the Premier League in our first game back in the Premiership. Absolutely amazing stuff. But I thought that was a really, really interesting game where everybody played really quite well for us. And, yeah, some late bookings really spoil it. We don't get booked really as often as perhaps we should in cases, but this game we definitely did. But debut goal from Maroney, who looks absolutely intriguing. We'll see how he plays going forward, but 21 years of age, the world at his feet, quite literally, seeing how he can do. What a Premier League debut. And Borja, back at the club, looking really decent. On a free transfer, came at the end of his contract. So not a bad time with Villa, really. Didn't really play well for us, but we're at least getting a second bite at getting that money back. So 15.5 million. Villa pay about $1 million, so it's 14.5. And we didn't get anything for that. And we literally didn't get anything for that from Borja in this game universe, at least. He had a decent time in Villa, so that's like £1 million loan. So now we see, can he help us in the league? And of course, Connor Roberts with a double from right back. Finishing of 9, still took it very, very well. So, quick little roundup of how things have been going. And if I take a look, that's my birthday as well. Celebrated the birthday in style. First game back in the Premier League. Big, big stuff. Absolutely adore that. We've got a new goalkeeper. So, Lynn's going out. We did sign him. The moves we've made in this game so far. You can see... Oh, it's just going to tell my transfers. It had told more before, but yeah. So some loan deals, bringing in a lot of players to try and get things going. Lewis Baker for 2.9. Jordan Smith's backup goalkeeper. Lynn came in for 1.2. And then some young strikers, Luca and Prika, who I really like. Coley as well. Some more young players then rounding out the side. Robbie Burton from Zagreb. A nice midfield player there, and some youngsters with Toro coming in for 1.1. Mulder and Garrick out for a little bit of money, freeing up wages. The big one's Andre Ayew, though. That's an 11 million deal. I think we paid like 18 grand a week for them to take him off our hands. But we lose 7 million basically. But I wasn't willing to pay his wages in the Championship. And the board didn't give us any money, so we had to. Bursan Salina, because that money made more sense coming in. And adding in Lewis Baker, who's done a really good job for us actually last season. And could continue to do so again this year. So he'll come in to replace him. And then Mike van der Hoorn. Big money from China halfway through last season. And it kind of hurt. It did kind of hurt. The period of the season it came in, we were left basically with a bunch of youngsters alongside Joe Roden. We went with Cooper at the back because Kabang was out on loan. That really meant we were like playing things a bit close to the vest at times. But really quite decent. Dennis Ayogo, I should say, came in on a free. He left for 3.7 to LA Galaxy. It seems like he didn't last there very long. Okay, so he played basically 6 weeks in LA. He was at LA for 6 weeks and he retired. That is the best 3.7 million I've ever earned. He was good for us. He was pretty decent, to be fair. He came in, did a job at that sort of central defensive midfield position, which Luca Toro has actually claimed as his own now. But Dennis was good for us. And like I said, we managed to get that money in. 5 games and a goal for 3.7 million. Hey, he played well. He's not a director of football. I didn't actually check. He's absolutely terrible. Is there a role we can find? I mean, he works well with youngsters. he does work well with youngsters. Oh, he's quite literally terrible with everything though. So, but yeah, what a sale that was! I didn't even know. Yofa came in. Rob Holding comes in for big money. That's the delayed replacement for Mike van der Hoorn, and I'm very, very happy with that. So we got two young British solid centre-backs at the club. A ton of young players. Johnny Williams, cheap as well, 1.7 from Charlton. Another central attacking midfielder. I think that really does help us out. Gets another Welsh lad into the club. And I think he can do a job. I'm surprised he wasn't loved at Charlton. I'm surprised he was so cheap. A ton of youngsters. All these are going to be young players. Ross McCrory for 1.5 from Rangers, who's out on loan. We picked him up. He will be another solid centre mid for us at the club. And we do play with three defensive midfielders. Maroney, end of his deal. Like I say, he's brand new at the club. New goalie, Dominik Livakovic. I'm sorry. The Croatian comes in and already a clean sheet on his debut. Very decent as well from Zagreb. And then Ryan Brewster into his loan deal. He wasn't really happy sort of being at Liverpool and not getting a chance. And he was kind of upset during the loan deal that he was here. And then for some reason when he went back, I don't know whether he just didn't get into the team early on in pre-season or something happened, but basically he was only out for a couple of days, but he didn't like it. Something upset him, and he basically at that point started looking like he wanted to leave. So as soon as we were able to secure that second loan deal, bring him back, I put in a clause to buy him, and we did so, and he did absolutely amazingly for us. You can see a 23 in 43 games. Absolutely amazing. Reason why we ended up winning the championship last season. And it was close. A single point by, the skin of our teeth over Fulham there. But he was a big instrumental reason why. And he makes his debut in the Premier League for us, which, again, I really like. So, big money going towards those two. But like I say, really happy there. Borja, like I say, really cheap to get him back. He's basically on a free transfer. But it's what they paid us for him, pretty much, I believe. And yeah, some really good players. So these are kind of what else I did. Norton out, Fulton out for decent money. George Byers, again, we bring in Johnny Williams for 1.7. George Byers goes out for 8.25. I think that is a phenomenal deal. I'm just trying to highlight the first team players here. So you can see, okay, Brewster was here last season, but that's 8 incoming. Norton, Fulton, Byers all leave from the first team. Asoro from the reserves. Rochesha from the reserves. I like Rochesha, but he just wasn't getting any sort of pathway to the first team. And then we've loaned out a bunch of players. So, overall, pretty good. And I think that, as I say, is such a big win. Very happy. Wanted to share it. So, that's where I'm going to leave things. Thank you very much, though, for watching. I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we will see you back here soon. I'm also going to go live on Twitch Monday. Not sure what time at the moment. Possibly somewhere around 6 PM UK, midday for the US, where I'm based currently. And possibly a couple other times in the week. Continuing this save, so if you're interested, check me out over there. Twitch.tv/Chris Army. I'll see you. Until then, take care, stay safe, behave yourselves, and I wish you all the best.